coming thick and fast. The teams have been announced, but today a special team that a lot of people, including me, support. England's squad has been trimmed by 7 players. 26-man squad has been announced. Gareth Southgate has decided that he needs 4 right backs. So he's going to take 4 right backs to the Euros. The unfortunate players that have missed out are Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Two centre backs in Ben Godfrey and Ben White have both missed out. In midfield, Jesse Lingard and James Ward-Prowse have missed out as well. Ollie Watkins has also missed out in going up in the strikers. And Mason Greenwood earlier today had pulled out because of injury concern. So I have Priyan with me to dissect what Gareth Southgate is thinking here, and are there any other players that he really thinks should have gone? So, Priyan, just to repeat for the benefit of our viewers and for you as well, Aaron Ramsdale, Ben White, Ben Godfrey, James Ward-Prowse, Jesse Lingard, Mason Greenwood, and Ollie Watkins are not taking. Your initial reactions on the squad, what do you think? 4 right backs?
I sort of think like this was expected. The players that he dropped, I think it was expected. Um, I'm a little surprised though with the right backs because 4 right backs you don't need. I don't know what he's going to do with 4 right backs. Maybe he's playing 3 at the back, and I still don't know how he'll do that. I do think Trent could be pushed up to the midfield because 4 right backs that it just doesn't make sense to me. Trent might be pushed up to the midfield because let's just take it position wise. So I think the keeper I think Jordan Pickford will start and Dean Henderson will be I think the first backup. I think that's a no-brainer and that's like pretty sorted. Defense now, I do have a feeling that just based on the right back sort of profile that football requires, I think Reece James fits that profile more than Trent. I think Kieran Trippier is good, but I don't think he starts in this team. And Kyle Walker, my personal opinion is that without pace, he has nothing. He's not a great fullback. That's what I feel. So I think it's between Trent and Reece James. But Reece James fits the profile more for me. And that I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold, with a person of his qualities, with the ball that he can whip in from the wing, I don't think he can be on the bench. So maybe he could be pushed up in the midfield. Otherwise, I don't see the point of getting 4 right backs. What do you think?
Priyan, you know what? My thinking here is that I think he's going to go with a back three. And I feel that he's scared that Harry Maguire is not going to be able to play all games. He might get injured. So what I think that might happen is that he's looking at options of people who can slot into that back three. So I think Luke Shaw is one option that he has that can slot into that back three and play perfectly fine. And I think the other two options that he's giving himself are Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier. I think these two players can play in a back three, and with then Ben Chilwell or Luke Shaw playing as the wing back on one side and Arnold playing as the wing back on the other side with Reece James. I think this is the kind of model he's looking to go for because I think he's made him this selection of 4 right backs makes it clear to me that he is going to play a back three. I don't think it's going to be a back two. I think Maguire, Stones, and possibly Kyle Walker will start as the back three with Luke Shaw and Reece James or Arnold as the right wing back. Having said that, I yet think it's 1 right back too many. I think even if you're taken 3 and dropped one of Reece James or Kieran Trippier or Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think it would have been fine. I think Kyle Walker, I differ, I disagree with you. I think Kyle Walker is the best right back they have. He has got a bit of both defensive and attacking ability, whereas I think the other players are lopsided in terms of one of them. So I think he's got that balance in his game and he's also got the experience. But I think what is also interesting here is that I feel if Mason Greenwood was not injured, I think he would have gone. I think Mason Greenwood would have gone instead of a Bukayo Saka, I feel. I think Bukayo Saka is only going because Mason Greenwood isn't. Other than that, like you said, I think I predicted all of these players being dropped. I thought one of Ben Godfrey or Ben White will go instead of one of the right backs. That made more logical sense to me, but apparently it doesn't to Southgate. What I also find interesting is, Priyan, do you think Arnold is possibly included in the squad as some sort of a super sub? Let's say England are 1-0 down or 1-0 down going into a game. He can be thrown on in defense and for his attacking ability, and yet you throw on a defender. Do you think that could be a thinking somehow over here as a game changer for?
I do think that, see, the way this guy plays, it's just see, for example, like take a scenario where they're playing a France or a team which is a very good team, and they get an early goal. In such games, I don't see Trent coming on. Because they are going to sit back and they need someone like a Reece James or a Kyle Walker to defend, and then maybe counter with the pace. But like you said, I think when they do need that one goal towards the end and they need a super sub, I think Trent could be a great option because uh, Trent putting in those crosses with Harry Kane attacking those crosses, I think it could be a fantastic combination. And because Trent is, I think his crosses is one of the best in the Premier League at least, and one of the best in the world also. His crosses are brilliant. So if he can get those balls across to Harry Kane, I think it could be an impact. He could have an impact.
But Priyan, the other thing I'm looking at is if England top their group, which in all honesty is looking likely, they will face the runner-up of the group that includes France, Portugal, and Germany,
Yeah,
which is of course the group of death. So all this conversation about England and hype about England might only could be pertain to the group stage, and they may get knocked out.
but that's
But
England anyway.
there are a couple of hopefully this time is different. But there are a couple of players, of course, which are interesting. Is Jude Bellingham is going at 17, and I feel that he could make an impact. I think he's a fantastic player, and I was hoping that he goes as an England fan. Bukayo Saka is going, whether he's being rewarded for his performances or whether he's going because Mason Greenwood is not available anymore. I am not sure. I don't think Bukayo Saka would have been my first pick because I don't see how he offers anything other or how he even gets into the team ahead of someone like Jack Grealish or Phil Foden or Raheem Sterling or Marcus Rashford. So there are four players who are there, Mason Mount even. So there are five players who do essentially what Saka does. The only thing that Saka probably does offer is another option at left back. So
And he can play
that
the wing back role
maybe
also, I think. So
yeah, that's why he offers him like the two positions he solves. So maybe that's why he's going. But what do you make of Rashford going? A lot of United fans have been saying he should have pulled out, he should have done this, he should have done that. What do you think?
uh see, this is a tough one. See, as a United fan, I would have loved for him not to go. I would have loved for him to get his surgery and just take some time off and get back to fitness. He's not been fully fit for the last 2 years, as far as I can remember. So I would have loved for that. But thinking from Rashford's point of view, when you're a footballer, even if you have the slightest chance of representing your country, you're not going to let that go. And I completely understand. And I mean, we know how passionate he is about football and his country too. So Rashford he was going to go for sure. He wouldn't have not gone for an injury.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And if you have a good career, you'll probably end up playing 3 Euros. That's it, not more than that.
Yeah.
So I think Marcus Rashford is also thinking from that perspective. Someone like a Wayne Rooney has done that in the past. These players, this means more to them in terms. Yes, Manchester United is important and all of that, but England definitely means something to them. And let's not forget, Marcus Rashford is England's favourite son at this moment.
Yeah.
If he can have a good performance in the Euros, that would be a fantastic moment for him and for England. And who knows, that might boost his confidence coming into games for Manchester United. But
Also I feel that England have such quality up front that maybe if Rashford doesn't go and someone like a Phil Foden, for example, has a blinder of a tournament, he smashes in 7-8 goals. I think it could be very difficult for Rashford to get back into the starting lineup. I know Rashford is a fantastic player and he's not going to give up the fight, but it might become a little difficult. For now, we know Rashford is going to start on the left wing. At least that's what I feel. But he might fall down the pecking order, and maybe he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to risk it.
that is also a fair point. But as a United fan, Priyan, I think I'm more concerned about Harry Maguire goal.
Yeah.
We saw his leg in that huge brace, and he was walking. To be fair, he was walking at the end of the final when he went to collect his runners-up medal. He was walking, but I think potentially if Harry Maguire gets injured, that could be a massive loss for Manchester United.
Yeah, just the fact that he didn't play even a little part of the finals just goes on to show that he wasn't fit. He's not fit at all, and 2 weeks not from being not fit to play a very important game like the finals. In 2 weeks, you can't be representing your country. It's going to be very difficult. So it's very risky. But again, I mean, it's the same thing. Harry Maguire is 26, 27, I think right now, and
Hmm.
I don't think he's going to miss out on the chance to play for his country. If he has to take the shots, take the painkillers, and play through the pain, I think he's going to do that.
What I think Southgate might be pragmatic in doing is maybe give him the first game or even the first two games off, and then ease him into the tournament in the second game, maybe as a substitute or something. But let's see what happens. This is Gareth Southgate. He is
But then
quite clueless when it comes to tactics.
you're playing a defense with Tyrone Mings, John Stones, or Connor Cody. I'm not very confident with that defense, to be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, guys, you've heard it from us. We think that taking four right backs is an overkill. There's no other way to put it. But this is what Gareth Southgate is known for. He always crumbles under the pressure. He does not take the hard decisions. If you ask me, I don't know if Raheem Sterling completely deserves to be on that plane to wherever they're going for the Euros.
Yeah.
But he is out there, and let's see what happens. Ollie Watkins is probably unlucky to have missed out. There are other players if the Euros would have happened last season whom we are not even talking about. The likes of James Maddison, Danny Ings.
Exactly.
These guys would have been on the plane for sure, have also missed out. Likes of Phil Foden have probably gotten lucky that the Euros were postponed. Calvin Phillips probably has gotten lucky that the Euros were postponed. So obviously, I think Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, these guys are going to have a good role to play. You heard it from us, guys. Tell us what you all think about this English team. How far do you think will they go? Is it coming home, or is Gareth Southgate just another clueless manager in the string of English managers? Thanks for watching. We'll see you all with more videos about the Euros. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching our video. If you do like it, please click on the thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon to get daily notifications from the United Star. Follow us on Instagram at the.UnitedStar and we will see you soon.